Welcome to Purolyt Gardening Tips. Today I will show you how you get the most potential out of your Purolyt purchase and how you can preserve the power of Purolyt as the longest possible time. We need to handle Purolyt very careful. It's a metastabil liquid electrochemical activated solution. It will react very easy back where it came from, salt and water and electricity. We have to isolate it very good from strong light sources, very especially UV light. I will show you today the oxygen, how we can prevent that a lot of oxygen will reduce the power of Purolyt while we storage it. There's a simple trick. For that I have prepared here some bottles. We have here a full canister of Purolyt, the liquid. It's already like half a year old. Always check on the date of the production. We have here now 1, 2, 3, 4 1 liter bottles, a half liter bottle and two 250 milliliter bottles. So it depends a bit on your workflow, how you choose the amount of your bottles. I have in our test field in Spain 3 square meters with each 3 plants inside where we make comparison tests. 250 milliliter bottle is for me, for that purpose, good for something like 3 weeks. And so that's perfect. So, and I like them also, the small bottles, when I go camping or for some household purposes, or when I use it on skin or whatever. We have here now the container where the liquid is inside. There is just a little bit of air inside. This makes no problem. You will recognize when you open it a little smell of chlorine, but it is not chlorine. It just smells like this. It's of the active substance, hypochlorous acid. Very difficult to open. Yes, now. Very important. When we open this now, we should have prepared everything. We have empty containers to refill. We have, of course, a pre-cleaned surface. I would do it in the kitchen where I cook. Yeah, there it's very clean. All the tools there to refill proper. There I would take devices, have one just what you use for the Purolyt. Some small and bigger sprayers, we come to that later. And the refilling. So we should have a small hand sprayer because now we have here a lot of fine dust, maybe some spores in the atmosphere. And I show now an easy trick to make this really not sterile, and we don't need this, but we just minimize the contamination very strongly. And we could do this even just with plain distilled or osmosis water. Yeah, it's very important when we mix for spraying applications Purolyt. Always use distilled or osmosis or any other high filtrated water where no minerals anymore inside that can react with the Purolyt. We have here now a sprayer. There's something like 250 milliliters inside. I like them very much. We think about to release this as well as a product in the future, and there's a very fine mist. You still don't have Purolyt, it's your first time. Normally I would make now for this process of making every dust free also Purolyt inside, because anyway of the much light that I have here for recording, the actual disinfection would not work. In the application on plants or surfaces we can have light, but small light, and that you can see me good. There are in principle 4 lamps plus some daylight. We just spray a very fine mist in the air. Yeah, then we have the Purolyt inside. So now we do this just with distilled water. The water brings now a lot of dust. So now we can open the first bottle, having prepared also something to wipe because it might flow a bit over. Now we have the security lid. Take this out, and of course we have cleaned ourselves before properly. I just came out of the shower. Everything is clean for the moment. And normally if you have already Purolyt, you put in your sprayer a good amount of Purolyt, that everything is also disinfected. And then we fill inside. We need already the chlorine-like smell of the hypochlorous acid that is there inside. And the light will not just destroy the hypochlorous acid. Oh, you see, it's running over. And that's very important, that we go really to that process, that we lose a bit something, that no air is inside. Then we put the lid on, the security lid, the dripper, close it properly, zack, and we have a Purolyt bottle that we can store in the refrigerator at the same time, until the same time what is the expiring date on the canister written. And we should write this then manually on this bottle, that we don't forget and can make a mistake. Now I have here some Purolyt. I will put straight something also in my sprayer on 250 milliliters of water. A quite strong mixture for disinfection properties, shaking well. And this is really a nice sprayer. And this is, for example, also a good sprayer. I would say this is kind of a really minimum amount that should get invested in a sprayer. But it is already quite big, the drop size, yeah? I need to open it, as an opener closer. We have this as an actual product on our webpage, but just for surfaces. This is not for plants, but it's possible to reuse the sprayer. Yeah. Just the drop size. It's quite big, but it still flies with a little bit air movement. It's just working. So then we have this sprayer. Yeah, as you can see, it sprays after. So, and yeah, that's very interesting, and I can use it up down. Yeah, that you see as well that Purolyt is what it does. I can spray it in my face. Yeah, I can even inhale it. It's no problem. And this sprayer makes a very fine mist. It's almost not feelable on the skin. Perfect. And this one here would make me already real wet. Yes, I would say that from the feeling the drop size is 5 times bigger as in that sprayer. What makes really a lot of difference in the application. I would say this is the minimum quality that you need to have as a spray. 5 bar, yeah, and that drop size as the Gloria has, you can work with that. But of course there are much better devices and when you have a bigger facility. Invest some money, important. The tank should not include any metals, very important. Yeah, metals will destroy the electromagnetic field, will discharge the Purolyt. It will fast not work anymore or not in its full power, and when it comes in for priming effect, the electromagnetic field gets very, very important. Yeah? So we should not disturb it. Leave Purolyt as it is. So for that, protect from sunlight, keep it in a dark place, best is in the refrigerator, and keeping the air out. Yeah? So I continue and make this canister empty.